Hello, thanks for checking in on this video. It's going to be another round about 30-minute practice. Going to be working various parts of the body, particularly arm strength, shoulder strength, trying to engage the core through the movements and also opening the hips. Okay, I'm going to start on our fronts. So come down on your mat into a tabletop position initially. So let's just get the spine mobilized, moving. A couple of cat-cows. If you're not familiar with these, as you breathe in, drop the tummy down, arching the lumbar spine, lift the head up slightly, point the bum back. As you breathe out, round the spine, drop the head between the shoulders and pull the belly in, which tucks the tailbone under. Do this a couple of times before we start. It's a really good movement to adopt before any form of movement, any form of exercise, because it mobilizes your spine, every single disc and vertebra, and you'll feel it. And working with the breath as well, gauges your mind on the practice. So if you wanted to find grounding, this is a really great way. So on your hands, on your knees, feel those pressure points into the floor and synchronize breath to movement. Maybe visualizing your spine as you flex and extend the spine. Okay, do this 3 or 4 times or as long as you want, just to feel that engagement, feel that grounding, and bringing your awareness into this practice. These are 30-minute practice routines. So we have to be quite brief on some of the movements. We don't have time to do a full round of pranayama and grounding. We go straight into the asana, the physical movements. Okay, done that a few times now. I'm going to walk the hands forward, going to take the knees out to the edges of the mat, sit back into child pose. Just stretch out, lengthen through the spine here. And then breathe into the belly, allow the belly to release to the floor. Find some release in your shoulders. Just check around your body how you feel before this practice, making any allowances, accommodations for any constraints in your body. And feel the movement of the breath in and out. Okay, look up between the hands, come up into tabletop, tuck the toes in, sit back onto the heels, push into the mat with the toes, lift the knees away into downward dog. First one, pedal the legs. So bend one knee, pushing the opposite heel into the floor, and then lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees a little bit, just stretch out through those toe knuckles. And then send the heels down, downward dog. Inhale through to plank, high press up. Exhale, half press up. Inhale, press up. Exhale, half press up. Inhale, press up, and then exhale, downward dog. Inhale through to plank. Exhale, this time knees, chest, chin to the floor. Keep the hands planted, tops of the feet on the floor. Inhale, pull back on the palms of the hands as you peel the chest forwards and up into cobra. Exhale to the floor. Push up onto your knees on the inhale, tuck the toes in and exhale into downward dog. And this time we're going to inhale through to plank. Exhale, half plank. Top of the feet onto the floor, keep the movement going to the floor, then draw back on the palms of the hands as you peel the chest forwards and up into high cobra or upward dog. You can go knees, chest, chin if that's preferable for you. You can stay here and then drop onto your knees into tabletop and then into downward dog, or you can lift your hips up, roll the step over the toes, downward dog. Inhale the left leg nice and high, 3-legged dog. Left knee to right elbow on the exhale. And across the body. Inhale, lift up, bend the knee, take the knee out to the side as you open the hip. Push down into the right heel as you lift up that left knee, opening the hip as much as you can. Couple of breaths here. And then come all the way down. Right leg nice and high, 3-legged dog. Then right knee across the body to the left elbow. Inhale, lift up, 3-legged dog. Bending the knee, taking the knee out to the side as you open that hip, push down into that left heel. Don't compromise your grounding, your foundation, but equally still lifting and opening that hip as much as you can. Bring that foot in line, downward dog. Walk the hands backwards, take the weight off the shoulders to the back of the mat, bent knee forward bend. Soften the knees, chest down onto the thighs, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, straighten the arms here and draw those arms forward to that point of tension. Soften the shoulders. As you release the tension in the shoulders, the arms come forward, lower the chest further to the thighs. And breathe. Feel the grounding through the feet, pressure points, feel the softness in the shoulders.
And feel the movement of the chest into the thighs with the breath. Stay connected. And then release the hands to the floor. Let the arms dangle, but pull your belly in as hard as you can. And then use that core strength to roll to an upright position. As you come upright, inhale the hands up. Okay, and then exhale the hands down behind you. Step the left foot forward, turn the right foot out slightly, square the hips. Extended forward bend. Inhale, lift the chest up, shoulders back, exhale, fold forwards. So that point of tension in that front left hamstring. Stay here, drawing the left hip, left sit bone upwards to develop that lengthening of the hamstring and that stretch of the connective tissue. And breathe. Feel grounded. Feel how that tension eases with each passing breath. And slowly come up, lifting that back heel up, feet are in alignment. Lift the hands up nice and high. Cross your forearms, rest your hands on your shoulders. Breath in. On an exhale, split squat, taking the torso straight down. Inhale up. Exhale, split squat. Left knee points over left toes. And again, split squat. Inhale up. And then draw the arms up. Palms onto your chest. Take the weight onto the front foot. Lift the right foot off of the mat for a balance here. Just see how you are with your balance today. And then slowly come forwards and up into a standing position. Gently step that right foot forwards. As you land down in this position, take that left heel foot out to the side. Do extended forward fold on this side. Inhale the hands up. So the hands behind the back, grab hold of wrists or forearms, chest is quite flat, and come forwards. And then the same on this side. Establish the posture. Draw back on that right sit bone, right hip. Feel that tension and breathe into that space. Okay, lifting that back heel as you come all the way upright, lift the hands up. And then let the hands come onto the shoulders, okay? Feet are in alignment, inhale. On an exhale, split squat on this side. Taking the torso straight down, lift up. 3 of these. Be working those quadriceps. Inhale up, lift the hands up. Hands come down onto your chest. Lean forwards as you float that left foot off of the mat to find some balance here. Drop the hands to the floor, float that left foot back and step back into downward dog. Inhale through to plank. And then pull the belly button in, lower the pelvis towards the floor as you draw the shoulder blades back down the back. Hold here, high upward dog, keeping your core engaged, supported on the spine. Breathe nice and softly. And then slowly drawing the hips high, keeping that core engaged back to downward dog. And then look up between the hands, bend the knees, slowly walk to the top of the mat. Draw your belly button in and slowly roll up to standing. As you come up, lift the arms up nice and wide, ground down through your right foot, float the left knee as high as you can. Lift it really high, almost into the chest, taking your right hand on the outside of that left knee, take your left hand behind, see if you can find the balance twist. Turn, look to the front, lift the hands up, and then find mountain pose. To the floor. Ground down through your left foot, lift the hands up, lifted that right knee up, center line, keeping your center of gravity narrow. Knee is quite high. High as you can is better for you. And then you take that left hand onto the outside of that knee. See if you can find this twist. Balance twist. Keeping that knee high makes it easier. Narrows your center of gravity. You can use your core to stabilize everything. And then inhale the hands up, float the foot down. Breath in, lift up. Bend the knees, float the hands down, bent knee forward bend. Hands onto the shins with a breath in, half lift. With a breath out, bend the knees, hands to the floor. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. And on an inhale, come forwards with the chest as you lower that right knee down and look forwards or look up. Really feel that stretch to the hip flexor. On an exhale, pyramid as you take the hips backwards, straighten both legs. Inhale, come forwards into this really deep lunge. Exhale, pyramid. And one more. Inhale, come all the way forward. Really feel that hip flexor stretch. And when you come into pyramid this time, push back into that back heel. You feel the length through the front leg, front hamstring. Couple of breaths here. And then bend that front knee, hands press into the floor. Glide back to plank. Whole body is quite stationary as you glide back. Stay here in plank. Then inhale, downward dog. Okay, right leg nice and high. Three-legged dog. Right knee and right lower leg to the floor. Grounding the left heel down. Finding that stability into your right hand, your right knee. Sweep the left arm backwards and up and round as it comes forwards. Weight goes into that right hand as you float the left leg off of the mat. Find this balance here. You can keep your foot grounded if the balance isn't there. If you're in the balance and you're okay, inhale here on an exhale, elbow to knee. And then lengthen, extend. And then lower the hand, lower the foot to the floor, lift up into three-legged dog, and then back down to dog. And then the right leg lifts up three-legged dog, and then dropping down onto the left knee, the left lower leg as you ground down on that right heel, taking the right hand up or back and forwards, and then floating that back leg up off of the mat, finding the balance and stability here. If you're okay with the stability, breath in here on an exhale, elbow to knee, a little crunch, and lengthen, extend. Okay, drop the hand, drop the foot to the floor, lift the left leg nice and high, three-legged dog. Okay, exhale, back down, dog. Look up between the hands, bend the knees, step, walk, or jump to the top of the mat, bend knee forward, bend, the arms to dangle, tuck the chin in, roll slowly up to mountain. Inhale the hands up. On the exhale, straight leg forward bend, coming all the way down, flat through the back. Pivot at the hips, hands to the floor. And then bring your hands onto your shins, lift the chest, half lift on a breath in. And breath out, bend the knees, hands to the floor. Step in the left leg to the back of the mat. On an inhale, draw the chest forwards. This really long lunge here. On an exhale, pyramid. 3 of these, okay? Inhale, draw the chest forwards. Exhale, pyramid. And one more, all the way forwards. And then pyramid hold. Just finding that tension in your body and breathing softly here. Drawing the right hip, right sit bone backwards. And then bending the knee. And push all the way up into three-legged dog. This time, we're going to come all the way down to dog. Inhale through to plank. Pull the belly button in, lower down. High upward dog, keeping your core engaged. Inhale, lift up dog. Go again. Okay, inhale through to plank. Pull the belly button in, exhale to the floor. Inhale, lift up and back. Okay, bending the knees, looking up between the hands, walking slowly to the top of the mat, bend knee forward bend. Now the arms dangle, pull the belly button in, slowly roll up to standing. Inhale, hands up. Ground down through your left foot, float the right foot up, and then take that foot out to the side. Find 5-pointed star, and then bend in the knees, find goddess. Draw the elbows down, shoulder height, palms face in, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other in the back, and pulling the knees back, taking the pelvis forwards. Come up onto your right toes, and then your left toes. Stay here and breathe. Drop the heels, inhale the hands up, 5-pointed star. Turn all the way around to your right. Find a lunge position here, both feet in alignment, cactus in the arms. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, float the hands down and come up into standing split, grounded down through that right foot. Stay in standing split if this is enough, or take half moon by using your right hand, your right foot, lifting the left hand up, and take a breath here, or 2, opportunities to look down or look up at that raised arm. If you're in standing split, maybe take an ankle grab, one hand or both hands. Everybody back down to standing split. Maybe an ankle grab here. Float that back foot down. Come all the way up into high lunge again. And then turn to the front, 5-pointed star. And then find goddess once more time. Inhale, 5-point. Turn all the way around. Lunge on this side. Inhale the hands up. And then fold forwards for standing split. Stay in standing split on this side if this is enough. Or using the left hand, the left foot, half moon. Turn and look up at that raised hand or look down. Take an ankle grab in standing split if that's where you are. And come back down. Okay, drop both feet down, bent knee forward, bend. Tuck the chin in, pull the belly button in, roll up to standing. Inhale the hands up nice and high. Ground down through the right foot. Float the left knee up as high as you can. And we go again. This balanced twist. Take the right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind. Turn, look side, look behind. And release to the floor, lift the hands up. Ground down through the left foot. Lifting the right knee up as high as you can. Keep it high, lower the left hand down. Outside of that right knee, you take the right hand behind and then maybe turn, look to the side or look back. Keep the breath nice and steady. Come out of it, come back into it. Okay, turn to face the front, standing staff, and then float the foot down. Drop the hands down. Inhale the hands up. On the exhale, bend the knees, front chair pose, dropping the hips down. Keeping the quads active now. Reach the hands forwards, draw the knees back. As the weight comes onto the heels, you've got to reach forwards. Keep your core engaged here to tighten up the lower back. Lift the arms up and look up even higher. Drop the hips even more. Breath in, and on an exhale, float forwards. Walk back to downward dog. Now come onto our bottoms. You can walk through the hands or you can jump through onto your bums. Plant your feet down on the floor. Okay, lean back behind the sit bones, reach the hands forward, pull the belly button in, flatten the ribs. Inhale here, on an exhale, float the arms up. Inhale down. Exhale, float them up. Inhale. And again. Float the feet off the floor into boat. Hold here. Cross your ankles, bring your hands onto your chest and come into seated posture. Take the hands behind you, lift up for a little bit of a back bend here, arching the lower back, lifting the chest. And come back down. We'll take a twist here. So lift up through the spine, turn to the right, left hand and right knee, and then use that leverage with the arms to twist through the torso, the core, looking over your right shoulder. Try to release into this posture. Try to find softness, any muscles up through the back. Releasing the muscles will allow you to go a little bit deeper. You might find some clicking, some popping in the back, that's okay. Just maybe it's the facet joints popping, the synovial fluid, air gaps, or tissue just loosening, just getting stuck on itself. All the way back. And then turn around the other side, keeping that spine upright, not leaning back into a twist, turning the torso, turning round, looking back over that left shoulder. Breathing into the ribs, the costal muscles, but trying to release tension. Go into compression, but release tension.
and release. Straighten out the right leg, keep the left knee bent, okay? Turn to face over that right leg, reach the hands up and then come down. Maybe on the leg or maybe on the inside, but find a gentle forward bend here. A little bit of tension in the back of the leg, no tension in the lower back. Work your position here to find that. Okay, anything that isn't nice, isn't comfortable, we're looking for mildly uncomfortable. Back and change over. Again, come onto the front of the sit bones, lift the arms up, reach forwards, find some length through the spine, drop the hands down, maybe on that leg or maybe on the inside, whatever works for you, protecting your lower back, just going for tension in the hamstring. Got some good warmth in the body now, in the joints and in the tissue, the muscles, the ligaments. That still doesn't mean we should push ourselves. We just go to that point, just to our edge where it's just mildly uncomfortable and work from there. Okay, come down onto your backs. Draw your knees into the chest and massage your lower back by just squeezing and releasing the knees a couple of times. I'm going to take a back bend here, going to drop into or come into bridge, so drop the feet down. Heels close to the glutes, head and shoulders on the floor. Flatten the lower back by pulling the tummy button in. Take the arms away, back to the hands on the floor. Push into the mat with the feet, keep the knees parallel, drive up to bridge. And stay here. Just pushing up with your glutes, your lower back muscles, spinal rectors, but drawing those knees together. Internal thighs or your adductor muscles. Soften your arms. Feel the grounding through the shoulders. And slowly lower down. And then lift the left leg on top of the right thigh. Come to figure of four. So reach the hands around the thigh and draw that leg in. Find some tension in the left side of the hip, the pelvis, the glutes, and draw with your hip flexors that knee further forwards. And release, change over. So right ankle on top of left thigh, and then draw that left leg off of the floor. Reach her up, wrap around that left thigh and draw that leg in and breathe. Making sure you're softening muscles around anywhere around your hips. So you're not going into a battle with some contracting muscles. You're drawing into that posture, into that stress, soft tissue. And release, but keep your legs in the air, bend your knees, reach up, grab hold of your inner arches or your toes or your ankles. Take the knees up quite wide here, compressing the hips as you pull the knees down and head and shoulders back on the floor. Gently rock from side to side. Just get a massage of the lower back, but nice compression in the hip sockets. And then lower the left leg down, draw the right knee into the chest, draw some circles with that knee as you massage the hip one way, the other way. Keep hold of the knee with the left hand, right arm out to the side, roll to your left, ground that knee down, and then turn and look to your right hand. Find this rotation, this nice twist through the body. Breathing into the tops of the rib cage, costal muscles working.
And turn and look up, release that knee. Roll onto your backs. Bring the left knee up into the chest. Squeeze that knee, hip into compression. Taking a couple of circles, one way and the other way, just moving all of that good lubrication, synovial fluid in the joint. Keep hold of that knee with the right hand, left arm goes out to the side. Roll to your right. And when you come all the way down, clamp that knee down, turn your head and shoulders to the left, look at your left hand. And as you find that compression in your core, breathe in through the rib cage, the upper rib cage, using the costal muscles, keeping the breath nice and smooth and feeling that rotation through the spine, maybe visualizing the spine. And then turn, look up, release that knee, roll all the way onto your back. When you're on your back, draw your knees up, bring your ankles together, allow the knees to release to the side, soles of the feet touch, hands onto your belly. Tuck your, or lift your head, tuck your chin in, drop your head down. And take a few belly breaths here. Softening around your pelvis and your hips. Finding a release and feeling that belly breath. Becoming comfortable with belly breathing. And you can stay here as long as you want. You can straighten your legs out, take your heels to the bottom corners of the mat, let the feet flop to the side, release the belly, let the hands roll, come away to the side of the mat, rest the hands on the floor. Find the ground in here in Shavasana. And as you feel those points of stability, those points of pressure with your body and the floor, just let the whole body release, letting go of any tension around your pelvis, pelvic floor, around the tummy, around your genitals, around your anus, not clenching, not holding. It's where we carry all of our tension. So be quite diligent here. This is the one time possibly in your day where you can completely relax, release, let go. Yoga Nidra is more powerful than breath because we actually do soften the whole body and we calm the mind by focusing on the breath and the body or both. Keeping that single point of focus. Unlike REM sleep or non-REM sleep, when your brain is actively wired. In Yoga Nidra, in Shavasana, we calm the brain down by focusing on the breath. Taking as long as you need. I'll end this video now. So thanks for taking a look. Hopefully it was of some interest. If it is, give us a like. That'd be really lovely. Otherwise, join me on the mat around Wokingham. It'd be lovely to see you. Got any questions about yoga? Give me a call. Want to do some one-to-ones with me? Give me a call. Want to do some sports yoga? Give me a call. Okay. Stay safe. Thank you.